Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. So as that bit is now all completely finished with, I will also gather up this and just tidy up this piece over here, because we're not going to want that doing anything over this side anymore. I can remove that bit out of there and put the belt back in, like that. So that's going to feed the steel furnaces there. We'll change those over in a little while. But what I want to do next is I want to come down here. I've got steel just over there, and then I've got these two right here, and I'm going to ignore the construction robots for a minute. I don't want to do anything with those, but I am going to bring this one down here. So I'm going to drop that down. That will go like that. There. Now, I've got a telegraph pole, telegraph pole. I've got an electric pole right there, which goes in between, and I'll do the same with these other ones. So I'll leave a gap in between them. So rather than putting it there, I'll move it over to there, which will be the center point. And I'll do the same over here. So we actually leave a gap of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then put one down. So I've got 5 set up down there. And I will do that like that all the way through. So I've got 5 of those, and then I will go for 5 of these all the way through as well, like that. Then I'm just going to use the fast inserters for this. We don't need the stack inserters because they don't actually request anything that is that needs stacks. Right, go like that, and there over to there. So next I go into here, and this one on the end, and I demand that you make me some electric engine units. And from here, I can shift right-click there, and I can click onto there. That is going to request 2 of them, and 4 of them. I need... Right, that's enough to make 2. I actually want to do 5, so I will go 5 in there, 5 of those. The reason I do this, 10 of those. I normally do it for 10 times the quantity, but we don't really have those numbers available at the moment. The reason I do this times 5 is because as the base gets bigger, it can take longer for the delivery to turn up. So I will go a stack of 100 for every item that's needed, or a full stack for every item that's needed, or 2 full stacks even, so that there's enough delivery. Despite the long delivery time, sometimes it does actually go all the way through. So that one there, I shift right click there, and then I copy that one into those. Like that, and then I shift right click there, and I copy that into those as well. That's going to start putting those engine units through. Now, I don't want to flood the system with engine units. I do want enough, but I don't want it flooded. So this time we're going to go there and less than or equal to, and I'm going to set that to 500 engine units. Set. So 500 is not a great deal. We don't need masses and masses of them. So there we've got physical projectile damage has been increased. Next we go to military 2. That gives us grenades, and it gives us piercing rounds, which are really good weapon, really good bullets. We'll be able to work on those. So I've now got everything that I need down there, except for the steel. We don't have the steel being brought over yet, but it's going to start being brought over. All right, there. So slowly, it's going to be brought over. The steel will, because now all of the steel is being produced along here. It's actually going out onto that belt, and it's going into this chest right here. Okay, it's all going into that one. So it'll be taken from there, and it's going to be delivered out across all of the network. And the network, slowly, I do spend quite a bit of time just going around and checking that the network is up to speed. Now, at the moment, we're not making any blue science packs because we don't have any engine units coming up through here. I'm going to change that one from a red chest to a requester chest so that it will run up through there. I won't change anything else on these just yet because we'll move that. I'll put that somewhere else. So there's the military one done. Military science packs now, 150 of each of those. 15 seconds for each research. So that'll go pretty quick. So now if I move up here, you can see up here, I mouse over that. I got 251 low densities in there. And if I remember correctly, that was 250 is what we set it to. Because in here, I've got all the steel that I need in there, just about. Plus, I've got the copper and everything else. So, the steel has now been... I've filled that up. We've also got in here... I've got a load of the science packs. So, I can look here. I look over all of the numbers that I've got on this thing. I've got 450 yellow science. And I've requested 400 in the network. I got 250 low density, and I've requested 200... Yeah, 250. So those, we've got everything that we want in the network. We don't need anything else in our network anywhere. That's all now completely full, which means that the steel is going to start being taken elsewhere. I've got a steel request over here on this one. That's being fulfilled. Where else have we got steel being requested? Looking in here, they're picking up the steel. You know, I honestly can't remember where else I'm requesting steel at the moment. Because that steel there, that's... It's just chopping that one up. It's just finishing the steel requests that I've got there. And I've got that over there. These have got... They're full. I don't have any steel requests there. This one here... That one doesn't have steel requests. So the only steel that I'm now requesting is on these down here. I'm requesting 5 on each of them. And also steel on myself. And that's now full. Which means that all the steel... We've actually started to get on top of the steel. The main reason that we've got on top of the steel is not because of the fact that we've outproduced the steel. Although we have been producing it for a while. It's the fact that the yellow science packs have now all backed up. That is the chief principal reason here. Coal. I'm using coal down through there. I know. That's flashing away, so we just want to change that one over. We get flammables. There, we get a load more items here that we can do with the flammables. We get more items unlocking. That's now unlocked portable fusion reactor. That's a beauty, that is. That's an absolute beauty. We'll get there. We'll get there. That one it's on our to-do list, but it's on a to-do list that we don't need to worry about right now. Yeah, I'm sort of looking at this steel, and I'm... Ah, there, right, now we're getting a backlog of steel. We're actually producing more steel than we're using right at this particular moment. Iron as well, so right now I've got 400 robots on standby. Nearly 450 robots on standby that aren't doing anything. That's all filled up there. This is looking really good. So the only thing now that I'm a bit concerned about is how much space I've got for timber. That's slowly filling up there. That one's full. I've got 2 chests left. 2 chests of space. So let's go this way a minute and we'll check round. I've actually... Okay, this is actually very, very cool because we're going to be on to... We've done it. We've actually got enough room to store all of the timber that we requested. All of the timber that we asked to be moved is fine. We've got a few more bits up here when they come in to bring up the roboports, and they will very soon be bringing those roboports up. They haven't brought them up yet, but they are about to start doing that, because the trees over here, I've now only got 60 objects that don't have robots assigned to them. So I've managed to get all of the timber down, and that's all been squeezed through without any issues. Which is fan-schmastic. It really is. So I'm going to look down here a second. And this is the next one that I want to upgrade. I've got that right there, which is a filter inserter. But what I have got available is a stack filter inserter. So I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to make that stack filter inserter. And all I have to do is put that one on top of that one like that. Now it's going to start feeding out the timber just a little tiny bit faster than it is at the moment. Alright, it won't be as fast as the rest of these are moving it into that chest. I don't really care about that. Well, actually, let's take some greens. And I'll put a stack there and a stack there. And then we've got these blue ones that they're coming in from multiple chests into that one. So that'll be fine. That's going to feed that in, so it's going to prioritize taking the timber over the coal. That's all I want it to do, is I only want priority of timber over coal. The rest of it, this here, I don't mind those going into the system and being used. I don't just want to use the timber, because I do have timber being used elsewhere. I do, but I want it to be used up fairly quickly. Now, let's have a look at our power situation. I've got this extending down over here. The power is right there at the moment. We're going to want to put that somewhere else. Like, we're going to want to pick up the power network, and we're going to want to move that. I won't right now. We've got engine units. I've got 86 engine units at the moment coming through. And if I look back up this way, I've now got these making full time. These are now pumping out as rapidly as they possibly can. And I've got lubricant being made here. So this is the next thing that I want to start looking at, is moving this lubricant without having to rely quite so much on pipes. This is another thing that I like to do. And the way we're going to do... I'm just trying to think, what is the best way to go and do this? You can't put... we won't worry about that at the moment. There's a couple of different ways that you can do it. If you want to move barrels of lubricant around, you need to have an unbarreling factory before you can actually do anything else with it. And that's not going to benefit us at the moment to start setting up that kind of system. So we don't need to worry about that. All I will do is I'll move these around a little bit. I've got excess of the engine unit. The reason I've got excess engine units, though, is because I've got 100 in there at the moment. Oh, that's another thing I want to do. I want to make 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. I'll let those make. And I'll run up this way. And we want to start putting this next bit in. Robots are flying like crazy over there. Busy picking up all of the landfill, which means that they are filling... See, they're going all the way up through here, following the roboports, and they're filling in that bit. And they've also put down these new roboports here. They've done as far as they can reach up to there. They couldn't reach that one before, right? So that one wasn't actually in order. So they reached that one. They reached these two, and they put that one in as well. And then they're now going for the orders that have been placed over here that they can actually go and reach, and we're waiting on a robot to come up here and put that one in, which is not there yet. I was just thinking about the electricity poles, but we've actually got the electricity is actually in there. That's actually going all the way through, and there we go. I've got electricity coming in through here, so the electric will go all the way round, and it will actually connect up to that one because of this cable that I've already got running through. So that, I don't need to worry about. See, I've got another one going up there, so I've got excess cables here that I don't actually need. And there's the RoboPort. That one's in, and I've now extended my network out to here, which has allowed me to connect up these, which has now sent out orders for all of those to be connected in, and I've also now got orders for this stuff up here to be connected up and to be taken. So it does take a while, but it slowly extends out and everything goes through. And once that's filled in, I'll be able to put in another order for some more RoboPorts, but I'll worry about that in a minute. Right, let's change you over down here. Belt immunity equipment. But no, what I was coming over here to do was this. I get rid of that one, and I will change that one to a requester chest. And that requester chest right there is going to request 50 engine units. 1 stack. I'm not going to do any more than that, just a single stack of engine units. It's going to go down through there, and I'm also going to swap that over. Oops. I'll do that. I'll just change that one over like that, just because. And... right, they'll come into there. So I've got 8 underground belts there. So I'm going to use some of those. There. Turn those into regular belts, and then those as well, I can do the same. So I use up the belts that I'm holding on me, like that, and that will turn them... that's got rid of the yellow belts that I was holding. Right, so I've got 50 of these being delivered, and I got 50 of them up here. That's very quickly using all the ones that I've got in the network. Right, it's very quickly taking all of those out, and it's allowing them to come up through here. All it's going to do is it's going to keep that belt full. That's all that will happen, is the belt will stay full. This one over here has got 98 on it. Another 3, well, it's got 100 in here now. Another 300 in there, and that's going to be full, and it's going to back up that belt, and then everything's going to be backed up there. So we've got all the engine units that we want. And come down here, we are 400 available robots. Excellent. And I'm going to come down here. So that one is limited, but I haven't actually copied that over onto the rest of them. So I just want to do that a minute there. Make sure that's all running. And then I've got my speed modules that I made. So I go right onto... sorry, control. I was pressing the wrong button. Control, click on there. And just press and hold all the buttons. And then run through. So now it's going just a little ticket faster. Just ticking along just a tiny little bit faster than it was. The air belt immunity equipment is done. Efficiency modules. You can start making those. That is speed module 2. I do want to start making those. We won't worry about them yet. No, we'll just keep working through all of the research. Right, I can always put more of these down if I do want to speed things up a bit more. Right now, I don't think I need to. I've actually got -5 engine units in the entire system. So I need to improve the system. And the easiest way to improve the system is to just keep adding more stuff in. Right, let me zoom out a minute, make sure I'm not going to be killing any power supplies by removing that. I'm not. That's good. So I remove you right down to there. There we go. That's that bit done. So next, I want more of those. I'll make 5 of them. And I'm actually going to make another 5. There, I'll go like that. And I've only got 11. Oh no, I've got 60. Right, that's good. I'll make 10 more, just so that I've got more of them. And I want more of those. Like I said, you can never have too many requested chests. You can never have too many passive provided chests. Once I extend this out a bit and I start automating the building of all of these, I make sure I keep a stack of 50 on me at all times. The same with inserters, right? These are the sorts of things that you never have too many of. You're always wanting to use them. So we don't want to be running out of anything like that. What have I got now? I got 10 of those. I got 7 of these. Let's make another stack of them. Like that. Now keep that running. Right, next lot that I want to set up is I want to go there, and there, and there, and there, and another one over there like that. And from there, I will go like this. There like that. And... I'm just thinking about this. Wondering which will be the best way to do it, because we've got a slight difference with this one. Slight complication. Actually, I know how I'm going to do it. I know how I'm going to do it. Don't worry. Do not panic. I go to there, and I go to electric engine unit. So I need lubricant to come in here. So what I'll do is I'll put the lubricant coming in from the south. And then I go shift, click, copy. Those there like that. And I'll rotate these round like this. So I got those going that way. And that will come in from the bottom down there. And what I will do next is I need to change this around. First up, I want to go over here. I'm going to get rid of that one and that one. I'll let that one finish making. The lubricant can go. At least that bit of the lubricant can go. And I'll remove that as well. So it goes to there. You are just finishing up that last one. You're done. Take you and you. Oh, I've actually got a full stack of 50. Oh, ideal. I didn't even notice that. Right, exoskeleton. I can make another one of them. 20. I'm going to need more. Right, I'll remove that one. And then we've got the steel going in there. So let the steel go in there. I got robots who come dashing over to see me a minute. I'm going to remove that. All the way up there and that one. And then I'll go in here and I will dump out the robots that I accidentally picked up just then. And then I can start running this lubricant line down here. Actually, you know what? Get rid of that. I want to go this way now. And I want to pick up these. Alright, this belt here is another obsolete belt that we no longer have a use for. Another belt that we can get rid of out of our entire system, all the way up through here. Over that way. Up there, there's another bit of research finished. There, so there's another belt all done. I can go back into there, and we start researching railways. Fantastic. There's 3 more robots that I just picked up. So, as you go round picking things up, you accidentally pick up robots, so you always end up accidentally like picking up bits of ore and stuff like that. What we will eventually research is logistic trash slots, and then you can set items that will automatically be removed out of your inventory if you accidentally pick them up. And that's really good. So like, for I very often have it set for timber. If I accidentally pick up too much timber, it's brilliant, because you just use the trash slots and then they get rid of the excess timber. Right, I'll bring that to there, and I'll put one over to there, and then I want to bring that one to there, and to there like that. I put a pipe there and there like that, and then we turn that one round, and I'll put the lubricant there, there, and down there like that. Right, there's no point really in doing my system here where I put them like this. I mean, I can, and it does allow for a tidy run through there. You know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I am. There isn't really a point of doing this, so it's not going to benefit me down here at all. And because I use the squeak through mod, it doesn't benefit me for that. But there's no denying, it does actually look pretty cool putting that in there. Right. There's that bit. So the next what I want to do is, I've got to put the outfeed on these up here rather than underneath them. So because we got fluids coming in on one side, we do have to change these around a little bit. They've got to be slightly different than what we would normally do. That's alright, we don't mind that. And I'll put them on this side like this so that I can get both of them. Oops. Over to there. Let me put some lights around on these. I don't have any lights here at the moment, so we'll put a few of them around. A light there. Put a light in the middle. Put one there. And put one up there as well. Right, so there's a few lights. Put a few extras of these around. I got lots and lots of these. Some people really don't like using these, and they tend to try to use the much bigger ones as often as possible. Me, personally, I don't really mind. Right, so right-click and shift onto there, so that gives me 4 and 2. And I need to be able to make it 1 and 2. So what I'm actually going to want on here is I'm going to go for 5 engine units there. And that one, I'm going to go for 10 of those in there. So I shift-click that, and I copy that out onto each of these. Like that. And then finally, I'm going to limit the amount that I've got in the network of the electric engine units to 250. I don't want any more than 250. It does take a bit to make them. So we will go less than or equal to 250 of these. I have to do it like this. Delete. Oops. There. 250. Right. Set that on 250. I don't need any more than that anywhere in the network. They will make and send them out and deliver them as and when. So I shift and then click copy out onto those. So that has now set my limit of 250 electric engine units across the entire network on there. That's all being fed automatically by our robots. These are being fed automatically by the robots as well. So those will come on down through, and all of this is being fed by the robots as well. So everything should be all tickety-boo. I've got electric engine units being made and being shipped off elsewhere. I've got 2 roboports in the system, which I'll be able to go and put up north in a minute. Actually, I'm going to go. We're down to 27,000 pieces of timber, and that's because we're using timber down here. This will be changing quite soon, but you can see already we've filled this up. Right, iron, I've now maxed out iron production, so what I really want is I'm going to want to change the steel because it's still running quite slowly. I've only got 200 bars there, and that's actually gonna... That's not ideal. Just 200 of them is not great. I can't go and put another Roboport down here yet. That is all there ready. I'm going to want to put more landfill up the top. So I'll do that next. Right, I've got landfill coming out over here. So I want to put it in... Zoom in a little bit. Right, that's where I want the landfill to go. So shift-click that. And I want to start filling in landfill up through here like this. And I'm going to go up as far as they will let me. Start putting that through there. And I'm going to keep an even square along the edge up there. Like that. And the same down this side. And fill in. Make sure everything's filled in down there. And keep that even down that side as well. Come out over to there. And over to there. Right. That's all the landfill I'm going to put in at the moment. Let's change that one out. Now, are they going to go up and do the landfill at the... I don't think they will, because I requested this bit of landfill done first. So I think they will continue to go until this bit has all been filled before they start going up and filling that bit over there. Although, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. They could go... Actually, look. Right, there's a load of requests up there. I've got no idea at the moment. It could go either way. We'll have to wait and see. Here, and start the next lot of research, which is automated rail transportation. And is there anything I want to put? So energy shields there, combat robots, I don't really care about those. Concrete is definitely something I want, as is the personal Roboport, but I'm not going to worry about that one yet. I'm thinking no at the moment. I'm just going to keep going with what we're doing. We're just going to keep building things like this. Extending, building, researching things like we're doing at the moment. To just keep working it out like that. You right there. Okay, steel is going well at the moment. No issues with that. Power production. We're pushing the limit of our power production now. Once we get a little bit further on, I do want to start doing a lot more in the way of solar panels. I don't really have enough raw materials to start making large quantities of solar panels yet. We don't really have enough raw materials to start making large quantities of these either, but I'd rather try to make some of those than try to make solar panels, because this is a fairly easy system that I can duplicate. I can actually duplicate that over this way. I can just literally extend that out this side. I can go out that way. I can double up what I got right there and do another lot. So we'll start working on that in just a moment. So what's quite interesting is seeing how the boilers change their fuel supply. That one used up all of the timber that was available, and now it's used up all of the fuel blocks, so it'll use up those 5 that it's loaded on, and then it will load up another lot, and so on and so forth. It's actually quite cool. I do like to see the way that it's going through and using them all up. But anyway, we don't need to worry about that just for a minute. What I was thinking is we will start a factory that is making steam engines, and I don't know about the boilers. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.